Since the beginning of the pandemic, we have been here for you guys, virtually, of course. We still can't be together in person because, like you guys know, the area code 53215 and 53204 are still with high spikes of COVID cases. So, because of that, we're taking lots of precautions so that everybody in the community, all of our employees, everybody is safe. So we're going to keep moving on virtually. You can communicate with us all the same ways, just not in person. So you can call us 414-672-8090. You can send us an email at sacmilwaukee.org. And then, of course, you can come to our website. There is a page completely dedicated to information, resources, all the stuff that you need to know about coronavirus. You guys are seeing me today without a mask because, as you can see, we're working virtually. If I wasn't working at home, of course I would have a mask on. And as some of you know, 2.5, almost 3 weeks ago, I had COVID. It was bad for 2 weeks. Thank God. I'm much better. I'm about 90% better, but it was bad. So I want to tell you guys to follow the regulations because at least it's gonna, you'll get better, but it's not fun. We know that lots of members of the community don't survive, or there's a permanent effect in their lungs or other situations, a long-term health problems. So please follow all the suggestions. And if you need to, go get a test. There's lots of places that you can go for free tests, and then they'll give you your results quickly. You're going to notice I'm going to be coughing a little bit. I told you I'm about 90%, but my lungs are still clearing out. So we can see how many people are with us, but we can't see who is with us. So put an emoji, say hi to us, let us know who you are. Oh, I can see the young folks, the organizers are with us today. We have Ariana with us, Isaiah también, also Kimberly, Jasmine, hello, Maria de Jesus, Diana, Dulce, Mayra, Maria. Thank you guys for being with us. It's great to see you guys. Lucas, Iluena, Maria Vichique, Patricia Hernandez, Diana, the Alas families. The families from the Alas school. It's so great to see you guys. I love collaborating with you, but also seeing you guys on the show. It's great. So before we start, I got to give the disclaimer that I always give, that opinions and points of view shared here are not necessarily those of SAC. They don't necessarily reflect what we're doing. We have the forum to give the community a space to talk about everything that's going on. And sometimes we can't share our opinions. Sometimes we can, but it depends on because of the type of organization that we are. Hey, Angel. So now let me share what else is coming this week for you guys, so that way you don't miss out. Maria says, God bless you. Thank you. Hi, Leroy. I love the comments. Keep them coming. So tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss the forum, because tomorrow we're going to talk about the COVID-19 vaccine. how does it work, and what people are thinking. When is it going to come, and how is it going to be given to the community? So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. The public health department, we will have Maribel Montejano. They're experts in the flu from the health department. They'll be with us. Then on Friday, some of you guys live in the district of Ryan Clancy, this county supervisor. And so you're not going to want to miss. We're going to have him, and he's going to be talking on Friday about the housing rights. So tomorrow and the next day, you're not going to want to miss it. So some people that I love to collaborate with them and their group. So let's welcome Elsa Diaz-Bautista. Hello, Tammy. Oh, it's so good to see you. And I'm sorry that you were sick, but it's great to see you recuperating. And thank you for promoting the masks. It's so important. I know that that's not everybody's opinion, but to protect us, we got to use the masks. I have mine. I'm at home right now with my family, so I don't have mine on, but it is so good to see you, and thank you, Elsa. Their danger is still real, and you don't know how it's going to affect you. There's so much stress when COVID comes to your house. Both my sons and I had it. We don't know if it's going to seriously affect you or just a little bit. And it affected us, each one of us, a little differently. Talking about, the severity. But it was almost 3 weeks that we were all sick. I couldn't smell, headache, 2 weeks straight headache. It would not go away. Body aches. One night, I felt like a truck had hit me. But the worst was no energy. And then still have to work. I would get out of bed. I would go to shower to get ready. And then when I got done, I felt like I'd worked 15 hours already. I was completely drained. And then the cough, like a week, it wouldn't let me sleep. And then my back hurts and my ribs because you're coughing so much. But thank God, by the grace of God, and we did lots of healthy things as well. The exercises, like breathing deep, even though it hurt. Taking all of our vitamins, taking lots of water, drinking lots of water, all the natural things that they told us that we could do. And so now we're here. Well, I would also like to mention that I'm glad that it didn't happen to you, but we've lost so many people in our community. And I'm so glad that I know lots of people that have suffered from it. Thank God I haven't lost anybody, but there are a lot of lives being lost during this pandemic. We need to be careful. We have to protect everybody. I know just because you didn't get it terribly doesn't mean that somebody else won't. Yes, you're right. You're right. I have various friends that have lost their spouses, their parents. The day before yesterday, somebody that raised me lost her mother. Both of her parents had it, and then her mom didn't survive. So there are lots of people. We're talking about more than a dozen people that I know that have lost their life to COVID. Thank you for reminding us. And the suffering that comes with all of that, right? It's serious. So, changing the subject, Elsa. We're in winter. I know some days it doesn't feel like it, but talk to us a little bit. Well, first, let's talk to people that are with us, that are maybe with us for the first time, that don't know you. Talk to us a little bit about you, the role that you have with Alas, and then talk to us about Alas, and then we'll talk about what's happening today. Well, first, thank you for having me here again. I love being with you guys. I love sharing what we do at Alas. Alas is an organization just like you guys, is found here on the south side of Milwaukee, and we're more predominantly Latino. We're on the corner of Lapham and 22nd Street, and South 22nd Street. Right now, we're not actually in the building. Like we were talking about COVID, we're all working virtually. We're still kind of checking our voicemails. So if you need to communicate with us, you can just call our regular office number. We check our messages, and then we respond to all of your questions and calls to help meet all of your needs. Who are we? Alas. Alas is a alianza, and we look for solutions to problems. I know it's a very long, not clear name, but it doesn't tell the whole history of what we do either. Our founders, more than 25 years ago, made the Alianza Latina, looking for solutions, and they created the name Alas, okay, which in English, Alas means wings. So we help people that are handicapped. We want to help them get to their place where they can find their own wings so that they can fly and soar, and they can get to their maximum potentials. So our first goal, our first mission, our first objectives for families is to serve these families, specifically Latino families, to help them navigate the systems, to see all the different programs in the community that are very necessary to be able to have their wings so that they can meet their full potential. We know that it is a little bit more difficult because of the language barrier, along with other barriers in our community. So it is a little more difficult, but that's why we're here. We're here to facilitate that bridge, to facilitate with families, help them navigate so that they can receive the services that they need. And we hope that this helps so everybody to be able to develop their maximum potential. It doesn't matter what your disability is. We all have abilities, and we have things that we do well, and then other things that we're weaker. And that doesn't mean you necessarily handicapped. It just means that being a member of society is important, and that's our objective, giving these folks everything that they need to be at a level where they can be part of the community, so they can contribute and know that we can count on people in difficult times and in great times too. And specifically for handicapped people. Unfortunately, we live in a society where lots of times somebody that has a disability, they have a opinion of what they can do and what they can't do. So we help break down those stereotypes and barriers, because there are people that think, oh, you're disabled, you can't work in the community. That's not true. Or, oh, because you're disabled, you can't be in a regular school. That's not true either. So we try to drive education for people that don't know anybody that's handicapped. They just don't know. So we try to educate the community, open the doors in the community so that we are welcomed, especially our folks that are handicapped. And then we just form a inclusive community, which includes people with and without handicap. The risk that we have right now is the risk of leaving people in the margin, leaving people in the corner, and losing what they could contribute to the society and community. I know there's a lot of people that have lots to share, lots to contribute, and we're here so that they can have the opportunity to open the doors. And everybody wins. The person with a disability wins, the community wins, everybody wins. When people contribute, it really helps everybody a little bit. Wow, that's great. You guys already know our participants, they have a safe place and they have help that they can get from Alice. Elsa, what are the programs and the specific services that you guys offer for family? I want to clarify. Whenever I do these, we get lots of calls. I heard that you help with this. I heard that there is a specific limit of what we can do for you guys to be able to receive, for you to be able to receive services from Alice. You or somebody in your family needs to have a disability. It's specifically for people that are disabled or have people in their family that are disabled. So, of course, we offer interpreter services, which is very popular. And people call us, oh, I heard that you could help me interpret. You could help me understand translations. If you get a letter, I don't understand it, it's in English. We will help those families as well to understand things. Educational workshops, and it can be education any different kind. Somebody was asking me yesterday, how do you decide what kind of workshops you're going to offer, and what themes or topics are you going to have? And I said there's different ways that we decide. The first is that we have people or organizations that give us funds and they want us to provide lists of things. So we have to do that to be able to receive the funds. They have a certain list. Okay, talk to people about their legal rights, federal rights for people that are disabled and their families. We need to show them how to be an advocate for themselves. We need to show them how to use their own abilities to be able to communicate with their own voices. So we do all of that. But we also talk to the community and we try to investigate what are the needs, the immediate needs. So, for example, when COVID started in March, how am I going to give a training on a federal law when you're thinking I don't have a job, I don't have food, my lights are going to get turned off? So we start off looking for bridges, looking for organizations like SOC. So we can say, hey, go to the SOC forum. They're going to have so much information. You can see, where you can find a food pantry or help with whatever you need. So we try to meet all of those, because if you don't have food or shelter or the basic needs aren't met, it doesn't matter. Anything else doesn't matter. So we try to investigate what people are in need of right now. We ask them what they need. And one of our philosophies is, if you're a person that's disabled or a family that has a member that's disabled and you call Alice, it doesn't matter what you need, you're not leaving with empty hands. And we can do that not because we're experts in everything, but because we have lots of collaborations with different organizations in the city, in the state, and in the nation that we can call, and we can, connect people with somebody that can help them. So let's say somebody has a case of mental health. We know where to refer them to. We are not experts in it, but we are partners. So we have lots of referral services. If we can't help you here at Alice, we'll refer you, and we can also help you with that referral. Let's say we refer you to an organization, but they don't speak Spanish. They don't have anybody that speaks Spanish. We can give you the bridge, which is interpreter services, to be able to get you what you need. So we do have workshops, we have events, social events. This month we're going to have a dance party. Last month we had a movie night. We played loteria, which is like bingo. So we do have respite services to be able to rest your mind. We have events to learn about federal laws, to learn how to, like, what services exist. And then we also do referrals. Uh, Elsa, do you have a group of parents that have kids that are disabled? And talk to me a little bit about when they get together as a group, what time. Well, COVID, I mean, it's pretty much every day. We have a calendar, we do. It's filled up super fast, though, especially after COVID. There's something every day. We appreciate so much everything that SOC is doing, which is, it's priceless. It's so priceless because you guys are giving information that is up to date. Like tomorrow you're going to talk about the vaccine. That is on the mind of lots of people. And we appreciate that you offer interpreter services in Spanish when the forum is in English. And then you have a Spanish day as well. So, for example, today we offer that on our calendar so that families can come to the forum. That's always on our calendar. One of the things that we do is I should tell you, all of our services are free. So we do have a group for people that are over 18, all the way up to 100 years. We don't have any 100-year-olds, but we have resources for everybody. We have groups that are dedicated to transition groups. So we have groups. We have different times where, if people are taking a little longer to people that are transitioning to a job. I mean, it doesn't mean just because you're 18, so we're all here to help people. We have people that are, growing up, trying to find their voices depending on what they need, helping them to be able to communicate in positions of employment. So, I mean, for a lot of people, being disabled is part of their identity, but we help them be able to communicate. If somebody talks to me, needing, they have difficulty understanding people that use difficult words, we help them to be able to understand and break things down. Well, I do have a question. Liz Castellano says, what kind of immigration suggestions do you have for people that are here without documents but have a child that is disabled? Well, we don't concentrate on immigration issues. That's not our expert, but our area of expertise. But like I said, we do have different organizations that we collaborate with. We send a lot of people, refer them to UMOS, the Consulate of Mexico. So we will help you with different topics that come up, but that affect you and your child with a disability. And we will also help connect you to people that are going to help you, and we'll be there to be sure that you're getting the information that you need, that everything that you're receiving makes sense, and anything else that we can help you in. So I don't know. I mean, we do have lawyers that work with us, so we can always offer different phone numbers depending on your case. We also have, different people. We work with the Social Security department because lots of our participants receive that benefit. So, and then there are also families that have immigration difficulties. So we make sure that you are always in an area. We want to make sure everybody has a safe, healthy place where they can come ask questions privately. There's lots of families that always come because it's a great opportunity to be able to ask, saying, I have a situation. These are the questions that I have. And you can talk about it in a safe environment. And we always try to do that so that families feel, well, safe. And sometimes we are scared to ask questions because of different situations. And we definitely don't want that. We don't want anybody to not receive the services that their kids need because they're scared. I'm also going to ask Andrea, who is coordinating. She's always coordinating. That she puts up the question, take a note of that question, and then next time we have the consulate with us, we can ask them. Hello, Emmett. Who else is with us? Emmett says she's watching with us. Very good. Maria de Jesus said she said, can we have the vaccine talk on a Wednesday? Maybe we can have the conversation, but don't miss tomorrow because you can listen in Spanish. Just call the conference line, listen in Spanish, but we'll have to do that too. If we can find somebody from the health department that can come on a Wednesday and talk about the vaccine, that'd be great. And so you also said not too long ago, oh, you said all the services are free? Yes, from the organization, yes. And then obviously you have services in English and in Spanish. Mm-hmm. Exactly. All of our employees are bilinguals. We're a team of three. All of us are bilingual. Well, we all speak Spanish, I should say. Of the three of us, two of us are bilingual. So it's important for us to be able to speak the language and understand the differences and to understand the Latino community because we don't all think the same way, right? We're not all from the same country. We're not all using the same words or the same gestures. So it is important to have that cultural sensitivity as well. So if somebody wants to communicate with you, where do they communicate? What's the number? What's our phone number? We're always checking our voicemail, every day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, 414-643-0022. Also have our Facebook page, which is Alice Inc. /Alice. That's where we put a lot of our information about events. If you see an event and you want to participate, just communicate with us and we will reply with a Zoom link. But first, we just need to make sure that it is a family with a person that has special needs. That's the key, right? Yes, that's why the organization exists. Okay, 3 minutes left. Let me ask real quick. Last time you were here in the forum, you talked about the public schools and how it was going with your groups, your families, how people were doing, with educating their families at home. Right now, it's a lot better than the last time we talked. In the beginning, it was, everything with COVID, everybody was still learning. How do we work with the virtual school? One of the things that we have learned is that our families need to be able to trust that they can participate in the process of the IEP. IEP is the individual education plan. So everybody that gets services from special education in the district has a program that's called an IEP. So those programs are revised annually. And the first time that we had to confront the COVID situation and we had to check over the program, families were not feeling comfortable to do it virtually. So that was around like May or June. So now we can see families are participating virtually because the IEPs do expire. And it's only logical that we need to be part of making these decisions for our students. Another important thing is that in November, the district was going to move from phase 1 to phase 2 of education. And it was going to be a hybrid, virtual and in person. So now we see that that's not possible with the COVID situation. And the district did decide that even though lots of families, because, with work or economic situation, it's super difficult or super difficult. So the district saw that it still wasn't time to move on to the second phase. We have families from all different areas. And now we have families that are so happy because they don't have to worry about their kids going to school. We do have a big variety, of people, and it is difficult to put people, for some people, this is the best thing. Others, this is the best thing. It's really difficult. We have to look at it case by case. Lots of families are stressed out and worried about, losing their jobs. So we try to help people find programs that can help financially, dispensaries. We do have people that are getting used to virtual education. In the beginning, it was very difficult. Yes, all transitions take time. Absolutely. I think it is going to be really difficult to go back to school. That will be another change. Absolutely. I'm so sorry. The time is running out. It's been great. Thank you and everybody at Alice. It's been great. Be careful, please, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Tammy. Bye. All right, so now let's keep moving on with the next segment of the forum. We're going to talk about coronavirus. We're going to have an update with a video from Marlene. Hi, I would like to present you some information about contact tracing. It's so important to know what it is and what do I have to do if somebody reaches out to you. A contact tracing is a person that works talking with people that have maybe been exposed to COVID or that are sick with COVID. And they look to see where they were exposed to the virus. The point of the contact tracer is to offer information and support and to stop the spreading of the virus. Some public health services use contact tracing for different types of illnesses like measles. So they help prevent the spread. And they talk to you about how to stay home, how to take care of yourself. So staying home or at a different place where the public department tells you to stay is known as quarantine. We also can give you different ways to take care of yourself and the other people in your home if they start to have symptoms. It can be super helpful to know about different community resources that you can use while you're in quarantine. Maybe you'll get a call if you have been diagnosed with COVID or if you have been in contact with a person diagnosed with COVID-19. If you feel fine, maybe you don't even know that you were exposed to it or that you're sick. But remember, not everyone shows symptoms. So it's important to wash your hands, not touch your face, use your mask, and always answer all the questions of the contact tracer to the best of your ability. Of course, ask who is calling and what they will ask. You should know who is calling and what they will ask. You should also know that all of their health information stays confidential. It will not be shared with any other agency. If you receive a call from a contact tracer, they will ask you what county you live in, your date of birth, your contact information, including your telephone number, your address, mailing address, and your email, your job. If you have any symptoms of COVID, information about your race, ethnicity, language, and disability. They should never ask the following: Social Security number, immigration status, bank or credit card information. If you are worried about answering a phone number that you don't know, let it go to voicemail. A contact tracer will leave you a message identifying themselves clearly and asking to call back. They will not leave any medical information on the voicemail. If you're worried about fraud, hang up the phone. Don't answer any other calls that comes from the same number. Report the information and look for tips to avoid fraud from the consumer information website at consumer.ftc.gov. You can also obtain information or file a report online in the state of Oregon at www.oregonconsumer.gov. The function of a contact tracer is to help the community control the pandemic and to recuperate. The objective is to provide resources and to trace the spread, to slow down the spread. Remember, they're here to help, and they will never ask for information about your Social Security number, bank information, or immigration status. If you receive a call, don't panic. It does not necessarily mean that you'll get sick. Listen to what the contact tracer is saying. Learn more about how to protect yourself. and provide them with the necessary information so that the entire community can stay safe. Communicate with your services coordinator or personal agent with any questions or concerns. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Marlene, for finding that video. I know that all of the information virtually was in English. So the video was about Oregon, but we use the same process here in Milwaukee. And I had the opportunity to be called after I had my first positive COVID case, and I wasn't sure. So I told them, I hung up and I told them I had to confirm who it was. I called the office and then I confirmed it, and then I spoke with them to be able to complete the process so that I felt safe. And then I felt good to answer everybody's questions. So thank goodness I've been past that. I've had my test and I came out negative. Took us about 2.5 or 3 weeks to get out of all this. And now I am about 90% better. Almost back to where I was. So I see lots of people saying, thank you, Maria Gallegos. Thank you so much for being with us, everybody, today. So now we're going to keep up with updates from the Civic Engagement Department with Gabby. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Today, I want to talk to you about what's happening with the elections in Wisconsin. As you guys know, they were doing a recount of the votes in Milwaukee and Dane County. And that process finished up on Sunday. Yesterday, Tuesday, the Election Commission of Wisconsin certified the results. And the results indicated that Biden did win Wisconsin by more than 20,000 votes. Governor Evers also certified the results. Now what's happening is the Trump campaign is suing Wisconsin, saying that there were too many votes that were counted that weren't legal. And he wants to take a court case to the Supreme Court of Wisconsin. And that way he would win Wisconsin as a state for the election. So what we're waiting for now is to see if the Supreme Court of Wisconsin is going to let him do that, or if it's going to stay the same, the votes will stay the same. So we don't know just yet, but when we do, I will let you guys know. Don't get too frustrated. I know that in most of the cases, they get thrown out from the Supreme Court of Wisconsin. Either way, we're going to see what happens, and I will let you guys know. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see each other on another forum. Thank you so much, Gabby, for always having us up to date with everything that's happening, especially with the elections and the recounts and the census. So now let's go to the segment where we're going to focus on our collaborators. Alan has an interview that he's going to share with us now. Hello, Alan. My name is Alan. I am a public organizer with SOC. Today, I have Maricruz Sanchez with me. She works with the Milwaukee Justice Center, and she's going to talk to us a little bit more about her projects, what she does at Milwaukee Justice Center for the community. So here is Maricruz. Thank you for being with us today. Thanks for having me. Like Alan said, my name is Maricruz Sanchez. I work for the Milwaukee Justice Center, or MJC as we also call it. And MJC is a collaboration between the Law University, Marquette Law School, and Milwaukee County. So we offer different services for the community. So we help with different legal themes. We have clinics where people and clients can come in to talk to different lawyers for free about, any legal difficulties. We also have clinics where we help clients to fill out different documents or forms that they need for their cases. What else? We have a clinic for expungement and pardons. I'm not sure how to say that in Spanish. I'm sorry. But we help people that have crimes on their record and they're trying to get a pardon from the governor. So we help them, fill out all the forms and take all the necessary steps. We also have a clinic, a mobile legal clinic. It's like a bus, and it's called the mobile legal clinic. Right now, it's not in the community because of COVID, but in 2019, we had a bus, and we had 2 or 3 lawyers that were volunteers that would help. They would go to different neighborhoods all around Milwaukee, and they would give legal advice or help people with forms or, to whoever needed it. One of the questions that I have about the work that you're doing, especially with the clinics, I know before the clinics were like groups of people would come to a different area and they'd bring all their paperwork and they'd say, I have this problem. Can you help me with this form? So how are you doing the clinics now with everything that's happening with COVID? Well, right now, the courthouse downtown Milwaukee is closed. So all of our clinics are like this, via Zoom or by call, like a regular call. We have clinics from in the mornings and in the afternoons from I think 4:30 to 7:30 on Wednesdays. And so we have those days we have people that speak Spanish, but the clinics are all virtual right now. And it's really easy. And I think that we can help more people this way being remote, because if somebody has a phone, you can just give us a call and then we can help them that way. So how are folks talking to you guys, or how are they finding about the services that you offered? I mean, I guess people in the community know about the organization, but like people that are new or... So what's the outreach that you guys do? We also have a hotline, a helpline. People can call us there, leave us a message, and then, we'll call people back and make an appointment or see how we can have them. You can also look online for MilwaukeeJusticeSystem.org. There are different videos that we've made. And that way you can learn how to fill out forms yourself. You can also ask for an appointment. You can send us an email. Yes, of course. And all of that information, we're going to put it in the comments here on the forum, and that way we can let people know. Another question that I have right now with COVID, what are the things that you guys are seeing, or what are the services that people are needing more during this time? I think we've seen mostly evictions. We have lots of people that are calling with different questions about evictions, if they can't pay their rent, things like that. So we let them know legally where they can go, especially to avoid, getting evicted, things like that. Another question, one more. How many lawyers do you have, or how many staff do you have that speak Spanish to be able to help the community? Right now, the only clinic that we have where we have somebody in Spanish is the Wednesday one in the afternoon. We have more students that speak Spanish, so they're able to help more. But we are looking for more Spanish speaking students if you want to help, if you want to help with the clinics. Because we always want to help the Spanish speaking community more. So can somebody come as a volunteer? Or yeah, if you're a student, a law student, if there's students, lawyers, if you don't have a lot of what do you say, like background, if you don't have a lot of experience, and you want to get experience, yeah, if you don't have a lot of experience, if you don't have a lot of knowledge, we also offer different trainings for, if people want to know, general questions that you have, you can always give us a call. Thank you so much, Maricruz. Thanks for all the great information. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you. Thank you guys for all of that information. Thank you. Oh, hello, Rosa. She also says thank you for the information. So if you guys found the information that we have provided helpful, please do a favor. Do us a favor and fill out the survey. So now you're going to hear about Marisol talking about the survey to inspire you guys. It's only 3 questions. Has this forum been helpful for you? What part of the forum can we change or make better? Let us know just by answering a few questions in the survey that's found in the comment sections. And thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much, Marisol. Let me remind you guys what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first conversation that we're going to have with an expert about the COVID vaccine. And that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So we're going to have somebody from the public health department. So we'll have experts here to answer your questions. And then Friday, we're going to have the county supervisor from the 4th district that is found on the south side here of Milwaukee, Ryan Clancy. So don't miss it. So thank you guys for being with us. If you have ideas, you know, topics that you want to hear on the forum, or guests that you would like to see, let us know through the survey. Also, I want to remind you guys that the last 2 weeks coming up in December, what we're going to be doing is having a countdown for the 10 most viewed videos of all of the 160 some episodes that we've done. Marisol will be providing that for those last few weeks of the month. So the 10 interviews that have been watched the most to say goodbye to the end to the year. So we're going to have a survey asking you guys what day or days, what content, what you want for the forum, because we made the promise with some of our funders to have a forum every day, but I don't know if that's going to be possible next year. So we need to know, we need to hear your voice. We want to hear what you guys think to be able to meet your needs. So thanks again for being with us. Be safe. And let's keep giving our support and our solidarity with everybody, you know, all of those people that are out there fighting for justice. And we want all of you to know, for those of you that have been affected by COVID, or that you've lost a friend or a family member, that our thoughts are with you guys. So we're going to say thank you again with our video for our sponsors. Hi, SOC followers. I am Alan. I am a community development coordinator here with SOC. Thank you so much for watching our 3 o'clock with SOC show and for completing our survey that you can find in the comments. So I would also like to thank our sponsors, in addition to everybody that has watched and shared our program. Sponsors are Wisconsin Voices, Community Development Block Grants, Neo Philanthropy State Infrastructure Fund, Movement Voter Project, Catholic Campaign for Human Development, Silver Foundation, City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention, Tides Foundation, Employ Milwaukee, and all of the faithful individuals that have supported SOC through their personal donations. Thank you.